Ben, what we do every week on the show, we give Pink 60 seconds to react to the trending topics in the universe here, man.
And then you get to come back and comment on my thoughts.
Yeah, afterwards we kind of judge him and see where he goes with that, man. Down here, Pink.
Yes.
We talked about before. Once again, you guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, available on all streaming platforms. Oh man, it's a close game, man. Milwaukee, Boston. No, man,
as we expected.
11 seconds left.
Yeah, man. We'll see how that. We'll see how that ends, man.
Milwaukee.
We talked about earlier, Pink, on how these fake celebrities are getting like a lot of, getting famous, more famous. You got a fake Kodak, you got a fake DJ Khaled.
Oh yeah. The people that look like somebody. Yes.
Them. All right. So the fake Drake did a pretty big interview recently, and he said
the people believed it was him.
No.
Oh, okay,
not in the interview. They just literally interviewed him to know, because this fake Drake claims that he's getting $5,000 a show to perform real Drake records. Then he also gets $5,000 an appearance. If people want him to come to a club
or show up at a party,
he gets $5,000 a pop, man. Pink.
We thought, there was a glimmer of hope for society a couple segments ago. That shit just got blacked out. That got shut down. Like, who is paying money for some fake Drake to perform? I mean, I can't even speak on this. This is ridiculous. Like, I mean, that's just dumber than dumb. Like, there's just, why would you do that? Like, I mean, think about, like, it would be really cool if you got Drake to come to your party.
Right.
But to bring fake Drake and pay $5,000 for that? Like, somebody at your party's going to realize that's not really Drake. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, why did you do this to us? I mean, I don't understand it. That makes no sense. And wait, quick aside, at the Formula One race in Miami this past weekend, there was a media guy, he was interviewing Duke basketball player Paulo Banchero, and he thought he was interviewing Pat Mahomes. I love that. That's funny. I guess you need to invite him to your party.
Exactly, man. Rudy Gobert and Shaq have been going back and forth, man. Of course, Shaq came out first and was saying Donovan Mitchell is not that great, and Rudy Gobert has absolutely no offensive game, and he's a liability on that end. Rudy Gobert comes out and say, "Man, I will lock your ass up," and then of course Shaq comes back after that and said he'll be French barbecue chicken. Pink, go.
100% on Shaq's side. Shaq belonged to another era that we haven't reached yet.
Yeah.
Dikembe Mutombo was a phenomenal defensive player. I watched the finals, and I felt bad for him. Like, Shaq brutalized him so badly. Shaq would destroy in any era. He's unbelievable. Rudy Gobert's a deeply troubled guy. He has no offensive game. He's just an odd guy. Shaq would do whatever the hell he wanted with you.
Yeah.
You would be Ned Beatty on a rock in a river in North Georgia. Getting butt fucked, if you don't know the reference.
I was lost, I ain't gonna lie.
The movie Deliverance.
Time, man. Okay, so you got the Winning Time, man. The Winning Time, the great
Amazing show.
Pretty much channeling the Los Angeles Lakers, the original time. What do they call it? The rise of
Showtime.
Showtime Lakers.
Yeah, Magic Johnson comes in, Jerry Buss buys the team,
yeah,
and it goes crazy.
So we had the finale, episode 10, this past week. So just talk about the finale and your overall take on the show.
I loved it, man. It was a genius show. They did a phenomenal job with it. It struck like that great balance of just like absurd comedy, but it still had like a substance to it. And I know it wasn't historically accurate portrayals of these individuals, but they still told like a story that was believable. And like whether it be like how the team came together, how Magic adjusted to celebrity, how Jerry Buss kind of, hustled and lied and smoked and mirrored his ass off to get the team to where they were. It was all there. I mean, it was just phenomenal. I'm curious, do they have plans to do more, or was this just a one-off, enjoy it and remember it forever? Because I will. It was great television.
Yeah, I'm supposed to save my comments to after the whole thing, but I would want them to go all the way up to like Shaq and Kobe. Like I would want them to keep going because that's a compelling story
There
too.
was some lean years between Magic and Shaq and Kobe.
I guess
we could bypass those. Yeah.
Skip a decade or two.
Yeah, we could bypass.
Yeah,
it.
skip a decade or two.
It'd be about a decade you need to skip.
Yeah. Brooklyn Nets GM, he had a conference today, and basically he was like on Kyrie Irving's future because he's a free agent.
Yeah.
He says the team wants selfless players who are available. Speaking on Kyrie, go.
Thinly veiled shots fired. He had to say that. Because they're in a position where I think KD wants to keep him. And Kyrie's made it sound like he wants to stay. He did that in Boston too. But he has to say this. If they're going to pay him money like he wants, they need a stronger commitment. They need to say we're actually going to do this and give a shit. Otherwise, there's no logical reason to pay him. And I wouldn't even trust if he gives me the verbal service. I don't trust it. I would not want to be in Brooklyn's position right now. Because I would not want to pay him. He's a super talented guy, but like over his whole career, he's averaged, I think, 55 games a year, 56 games a year. That's not good enough to be a cornerstone of what you hope is a championship team. Not close at all.
Time. All right, so DJ Khaled, of course, he had this. He was on the sideline during the Philadelphia 76ers Heat game. He was sitting courtside.
Deputized himself as an assistant coach.
He gets up, pumps up the crowd, goes by head coach Spoelstra. He's giving him a back massage, all of that good stuff. While the game is going on, might have had. Go ahead, Pig.
It's absurd, but it's funny, and it's good for the NBA, really, because how many people saw that clip today and was like, "What the hell's going on?" and wanted to know more about it. I mean, I don't think when I've ever coached a game, I'm really in favor of back massage. It's really not the mood or the vibe I'm looking for. But I mean, it's funny. I mean, I don't know. It's comedy, but I mean, the only goofy thing is I literally think Drake did the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like. Maybe he could have gone for a hand job instead of back massage.
All right, man.
Time.
It wasn't time, but I'm calling time. All right. Now, Ben, we usually do a fuck, marry, kill.
We have to do one.
But because we have Ben on, Can We Talk Music podcast, which is you can look it up on IG, Facebook, and all that good stuff, and Spotify. Can We Talk Music? In light of that, I couldn't think of the music reference to use, so I'm going to use Start Bench Cut, but with 3 artists. All right. So, Pink, we have
Drop from the Label would be one.
That would be one.
That'd be cut, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cut. So, yeah. All right. Usher, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow. God
damn.
That's tough. Michael Jackson's an absolute legend, so I guess I'd start him. Just personally, R. Kelly's something. I mean, he's up there, man. I'd have to go with him on the bench, and I mean, we'd have to drop Usher, but he's an incredible talent. There's no winning there. and how great is it that we dropped the only guy who's not a pedophile or rapist? What does that say about us as a people?
We keep talking about this society, man. There's no hope, man.
Fuck the kids and the young girls. Literally.
Oh, man.